In this lecture, we'll be learning how to create a sample Android application using React Native and then running it on a Windows Android emulator. The first thing that we need to do is make use of the React Native init command, using which we will be creating the project. Whenever you are creating a React Native project using this command React Native init, you need to give it some time because it will be cloning the node modules and other required files into the directory, and that might take a bit of time. Also, you must have npm version 3.3 onwards. That way you will be getting a clear set of instructions as to what the command is currently doing. Next, you must have your Java home defined and Android home defined in your path. And once the application has been created using the React Native init command, you also need to open that project in Android Studio. After that, you need to run a React Native run Android command in your command prompt, and once this executes properly without any error, in the application that we will be showing you, you can make use of Ctrl+M to see the context menu options in your application. So let's go ahead and do the first thing, that's React Native init project name. So here in your command prompt, you just need to write it in this way: React Native init awesome project, and press enter. Once you will press enter, you will be initiating the project creation process. And once your project will be created, you will be having all these set of files in your project directory, awesome project. Next, you need to set your Java home and Android home variables. So in your system properties, there you can see we have program files Java JDK 1.7.0. You need to ensure that you need to set JDK, that's Java Development Kit, not Java Runtime Environment. And then for your Android home, you need to set the path for your SDK for your Android Studio. Now once these two are set, you need to open your application in Android Studio. So you just need to select the Android directory. Here you can see that this is the directory that you need to select when you are opening it in Android Studio. And then in your command prompt, you just need to go inside that directory, cd awesome project. And once you are inside that directory, you need to run this command, React Native run Android. Press enter. As you can see, it will start a JavaScript server, and then it will start with the building and installing the app. Here you will get all the stuff that the system is doing, and in the command prompt as well, you'll be getting the list of steps. So I'll be just opening it side by side. And if you are getting a build failed, what you need to do is just go to your Android Studio and launch this application from here as well. What this is going to do is it's going to launch this application in an emulator. So once the emulator is up and running, you can go ahead to your command prompt again and execute this. This time you can see that when I ran the command over here, React Native run Android, the build package was successful. The appdebug.apk was installed on the emulator, and here you can see it running. The React package manager over here is also logging some outputs, and there you go, you have the application up and running. Now a note over here, let's say you have ran the application using Android Studio for the very first time and you are presented with some kind of error screen. Don't worry about it, just go back to your command prompt and over here run this application React Native run Android. Once the emulator is up and running, you just need to come back to your command prompt and execute this command React Native space run Android. You can see that it will just install that APK file on that emulator, and once that's done, it's going to start this main activity, and the whole application is actually native application. See, it's not like something that will be deployed as a JavaScript file. It will be a Java based native Android application. And here in the emulator you can see that we are getting the content now, If you'll press R, you can see that the application would reload, as you can see. And to get the context menu, you just need to press Ctrl M. And there you go, you have the context menu available with you now. Pressing the Ctrl M key will bring it up. So that's pretty much it about creating your first React Native Android application and running it in Android Studio emulator on Windows.